Hey, you.
Hey, what?
What are you doing?
We're in the recap zone, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Good. Excuse my manners. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Come on in the room. Come in this room a little bit closer. Welcome to season 4 of the Real Entrepreneur, the Recap Zone.
We are your hosts,
Dr. Roy L. Johnson Jr., also known as the Lunchologist.
And I am, of course, Consuela Nicole. And we again are here in the recap zone of season 4 of the Real Entrepreneur. Hey, how you doing? You good? You good? You back with me? Because you was a little off.
Yeah, I was a little discombobulated.
That. But you can't be discombobulated. You know why? Because we have another season 4 contestant with us in the recap zone today.
Who is it? You didn't tell me we was having company.
Yes, we have company today. So, you ready?
I think I'm ready. I'm ready.
So right now, we have Bryon Fitchpatric coming in. You remember Bryon from the interview?
Yes, I remember.
Right. You remember now?
Ministry, right?
Shh, don't tell everybody. Hold on.
Keyword.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, season 4 contestant, Bryon Fitchpatric.
Hey, what's going on?
Welcome, Bryon. Welcome to the recap zone. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, and I'm excited about this. I'm glad to be here. How are you guys doing?
We are amazing. We are amazing. Great. You know, before we do anything else, I got to do this right. We put a little bit out there, but I enjoyed your introduction, right? When you did your interview. Okay. Tell the world who is Bryon Fitchpatric.
Okay. Bryon Fitchpatric is just that, Bryon Fitchpatric. I'm just a normal, regular guy. Nobody special, anything like that.
I don't believe
that. Born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee, by way of Orange Mound. So if you know anything about Memphis, you know about Orange Mound. And it's the most popular neighborhood in the city. And so anyway, that's where I'm at now. I came back to Memphis about 9 years ago. I left when I was 22, and I'm back here now and enjoying life, you know?
Okay. Well, what is it that Bryon does? What type? Because this is the Real Entrepreneur, right? We are talking about season 4 of the Real Entrepreneur, which means you are either in business or trying to start a business, or you are somewhere in the business platform right now, right? In your entrepreneurial journey. What is it that Bryon does? Is that right?
Well,
what does Bryon do? Okay.
Does.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a company, my business. So I am an entrepreneur. The name of my business is called Snapix Photography.
Okay.
And then that I do, it started off just as photography, but then it kind of evolved to a lot of multimedia. So videography, graphic design, podcast production, web design, and social media support, content creating. Okay. So those are a lot. That's what I do. Started that. I actually was Snapix Photography itself is close to 20 years old, but I did it on the side of my full-time job. But I've been doing this now full-time for about 9 years. So right around the time that I came back to Memphis is when I decided to go full-time doing Snapix, and yeah, that's what I do.
So okay. So right now you're currently in the realm of photography, but we know that you hadn't always been there.
Right.
Where did this journey begin?
So for photography?
Well, no, before photography.
Oh, before photography.
So he beating around the bush. I'm gonna just get to it. Before photography, you was in ministry.
There we go.
Yeah.
How you go from ministry to photography and multimedia and all the other things? That's a big difference in industry, sir.
Yeah.
See, I was trying. See, I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be nice, and I was trying to give you the opportunity to tell on yourself.
Oh, okay.
But since you wanted to act like you didn't know what I was talking about.
Well, trying to be modest, Anyway, Um, so ministry started. Oh God, yeah, I do have a long ministry background, and I was about 26, 25, 26 when I first got involved in ministry.
Okay.
It wasn't nothing that I was looking for. I don't know too many people that actually go looking. Say, I want to be involved
Right,
in,
right.
yeah. It was something that God, God found me, and I got involved in ministry. And then probably about 2, 3 years after I got into the ministry, I actually got a job working at a church and got into full time ministry. So somewhere about 28, 29, I started full time ministry, and so that was my full time job for about 22 years. I started off at a church as the children's pastor, then became the youth pastor, then became the assistant pastor of one of the largest churches in Iowa. And yeah, me being in Iowa is a whole nother story in itself. From Memphis to
Right. Well,
Iowa, yeah,
we'll get to that later.
yeah,
Okay.
there's a whole nother story in itself. But anyway, so living in Iowa, I met my wife there, started a family, and then when I'm transitioning to tell you how I got into photography from
Okay.
ministry. My kids, when they were being born, one of the things that I wanted to do is have a document my kids growing up,
Right.
well,
Okay.
because especially as black families, a lot of black families didn't have a lot of video footage, especially,
No, they
and
didn't.
had some pictures, but and I would look at like these white families, they had all kinds of video. I'm like, hey, where did they get these video cameras from and all this stuff, this
Right.
video footage? So I wanted to make sure I had good documentation of my kids growing up. So I bought a nice DSLR camera and a video camera so that I can record them from birth all the way to adulthood and document their lives. So that's how I get into photography. It started off as a hobby, but then eventually it grew into a business that I was doing on the side, and then ultimately a full-time business.
Okay. Okay. That's definitely a big transition from
Yeah.
Yeah,
kind of like an extreme. No, it's not a trend. That's one heck of a pivot, is what it is,
Yeah.
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
definitely congratulations on pivoting. But you had another question first.
Yeah. So now let's talk a little bit about leadership and mentorship. They kind of they pretty much kind of almost go hand in hand. So leadership they go hand in hand, especially when it comes down to business. How do you keep that balance, and who do you lean on?
So far as business is concerned, leadership and mentorship, and how do I keep the balance in that? Well, being a leader is something I don't know if I would say I'm natural at it, but I think it was a thing that really helped to push me and being successful in ministry. And so that's those same traits or talents or whatever you want to call it also transition into the business. Being in ministry, there was a lot of mentoring that I did there. And then
Right.
once I started doing photography full time, what I found is that, especially because of my age, there was a lot of young photographers that I was running into, and they was always looking for help and looking to learn how to do this and learn how to do this. So found myself mentoring a lot of young people. But how do I find a balance in that? Between leadership and mentorship is make sure I understand the question.
Yeah. And then
And then
even in life as well, that
yeah,
balance.
right. Um, I don't know if I find a lot of balance in it because it's something that I just do. And I'm excited about doing. If somebody come to me and they say, "Hey, can you help me? Can you mentor me or whatever?" I'm like, I'm all over it, and so it's just a part of. It just I guess it just comes naturally. So I don't
Okay.
necessarily I don't necessarily feel like I have to balance it. It just
It's something that comes natural to you.
yeah,
So
yeah,
with the fact that it comes natural being a leader and being a mentor, right? Because it's a
hmm
natural thing. You are about to enter a house with 9 strangers, right?
right, right,
Yes, keeping in mind that it is a competition first and foremost, but because you are a natural mentor and a natural leader, right? How are you going to, or what is your strategy,
Good word.
to not, to still let yourself shine, but
hmm
still keep, the mindset that this is a competition. So helping everybody, or is that something you're going to be able to do? Because however long you in the house, After all, it's a competition, but you're still gonna become some type of family, right? So
Right.
you're not
Right.
gonna leave anybody out to dry. But how are you gonna, what's your strategy for that?
You know, well, first off, just getting to know people. I'm a people person, and so I love
Right.
interacting with people. I love being around people. So, just getting to know people, I guess, as a start is one of my goals. And then in that, just really trying to understand what everybody's strengths are, trying to understand what everybody's personalities, their character, not character, but their personalities and so forth.
Right.
And then once I have an understanding, a little bit of an understanding of who people are, how they move, how they operate, how they communicate, and so forth, then it'll help me to find how I need to, move or fall into that or navigate into that. So, but
Okay.
as a leader, one of the things that I do know is that in order to be a good leader, you got to first be a good follower. And
There we
so
go.
That part.
I will always
Repeat that.
say it again now.
Repeat that for the people in the back.
Oh, in order to be a good leader, you got to be a good follower. And
Yeah.
so I'm not the type of I'm not the type of person that automatically just jump in and take the lead, but I also
Okay.
look at how can I be a good follower at the same time. So
Good. That's
that's
good.
that's my strategy.
I like that.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good. And so during our conversation just now, you may mention that you have kids,
Yeah.
which means you have kids, and you also have a wife, which means you have a family. On top of you having a family,
You got a business.
you have a business. So, with that being said, with filming taking place mid-December, which is a busy time for business owners, for families, especially families with kids, because you have to do Christmas shopping, this, that, and the
All the
other.
things. Yeah.
How do you feel about temporarily pausing your business, and or stepping away from your family for to make your dream happen, and to make this happen not only for you but for your family?
Okay. So well, that's pretty easy because all my kids are grown.
Okay.
So
Oh,
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
yeah.
okay,
Yeah, they're off doing their own thing, and I have two girls who are here with me in the city in Memphis, and my
okay.
son he's in Iowa. So stepping away from my kids is not that big of a problem because they grown, they doing their own
They
thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they grown, and so but stepping away from family in general is I'm at a place where hey. Opportunity knocks at the door. You got to go run for it.
Yeah.
They come opportunities. They come and they go. Waves in the ocean. They come and they go. When you see a
They
wave,
do.
the best thing you need to do is the best thing that you can do is grab that wave and ride it
Yeah.
until it disappears. So as an opportunity, my family understands that when opportunities come, then especially if
Okay.
they're good opportunities, hey, it's time to go. And but they always
I
know
like
I
that.
will be back.
Yeah. Look,
He's like, damn, going for
look.
long.
I don't hear poor mindset
At all.
at all. That passing over opportunity repeatedly. I don't hear that coming from you.
No.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then, because you are open to other opportunities and you've prepared for it. What are maybe one or two of the qualities that you believe you have that will make you stand out from the rest of the house?
Oh, good question.
Oh wow. Um,
Good question.
Two qualities that will make me stand out from the rest of the house. Um, I think I think I'm a good listener. And so listening to people, that helps me also to take people into consideration because everybody's different. Everybody has different experiences. We come from
Right,
different
right.
backgrounds and so forth. And so there's not just everything is not black and white. Sometimes we need to really understand who people are and where they came from and experiences that they have that caused them to be the person that they are. We've all been molded. And so people, all of us are at a place where we have been molded into something. So I think I'm a good listener to figure out and try to understand why this person clicks the way that they click. Why do they move the way that they move? And so I think that's going to be something I believe is going to help me to stand out a little
Okay.
bit. But then also taking that and processing it and being able to make the right decisions based off of being able to understand people.
Yeah.
Okay. So you seem like a man that does research.
His due diligence.
You do your due diligence to kind of figure out some things before you jump into the next. Is that a safe assumption?
Yeah, that is a safe assumption.
Okay.
I don't always, because none of us are perfect, right? There's sometimes I just go in blind. I just, hey, I'm a type of person where, I'm just gonna jump. You know what I mean? I'm
Don't
not
jump.
afraid
Okay.
to jump. So, but yeah, I do try to do my due diligence.
Okay.
To
So we're
bring
gonna see
understanding.
how if you've done any additional research because you
I
have.
haven't.
He said I
Oh, go ahead,
haven't.
go ahead, go ahead.
I don't know. Okay. You have already went through the process, the applications, the judging, the interview, and you have beat out I don't know how many other contestants to be in the top 10 for season 4 of The Real Entrepreneur. Have you had a chance or have you previously watched seasons 1, 2, and 3 of The Real Entrepreneur?
Not to the season one is the only one that I have watched.
Okay.
Okay. So from what you've watched in
What
season, so
I
you
did
started
watch a.
research.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, keep going. Go ahead.
I said I did watch I think one episode on season three, but season one is the one that I watched the most of.
Okay. So you do have a feel of what to expect once you get into the house and things of that nature. From what you've seen from season 1 and the snippets and highlights you've seen throughout the other seasons, if you had the opportunity to ask any previous season cast member a question, what would it be?
Oh wow. Um, I would probably ask what was the first day really like. Because that first day, it's like that's when you're meeting all these people for the first time, and they're all strangers. You got a little bit familiar with them from like the prep leading up to the show, but once you actually get in their presence, it's like, okay, this is brand new. And so that first day to me, I think is really important. And I was like, okay, so how did the first day really go? We see you on camera, but really, how did the
What
first
was
day
really
go?
going
You know what I
What
on?
was
mean?
really
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
guess what? Because just because you I'm gonna put this out there. Because you missed season 2. He was on season 2. So
Oh,
can you answer that question?
I've heard that. Yeah.
Can you answer that question? What was day 1 like when you first got there? So for everybody, and I know everybody that's watching the recap zone, y'all know Dr. Roy L. Johnson was definitely a contestant on season 2 of The Real Entrepreneur. So you want to chime in and tell them what was that first day like?
You know what? leading up to getting into the house. As for me, it was a lot of nerves going. It was a lot of nerves going on. One, you are living in a household with absolute strangers. Secondly, you're living in a house not only with 9 absolute strangers, but you living in a household with 9 absolute strangers and cameras in your face.
Oh yeah. 24-hour cameras.
Right.
I mean, you
How
breathe,
nervous
you,
were
you,
you?
you breathe wrong, they gonna catch you. You sneeze wrong, they gonna catch you. Look, if you you get that whole piece, you stuff it in the mouth, that camera gonna catch you.
So
But-
be mindful.
So be
mindful.
So be mindful. But it was nervousness going into the house because I'm more so an introvert, believe it or not. I'm more so an introvert, but it did kind of ease a little bit because the preliminary and all of that, you kind of got to know them a little bit, but now it's time to put the name with the face, and so and person and begin to interact. Everybody kind of had their little cliques and who they really gel with, and so I would just say go in the house with with an open mind and kind of just expect the unexpected and just be ready for just be ready for anything.
Right.
However, but don't allow anything and anybody to change who you are.
Right.
Stay true to who you are in all things that you do.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So before I let you go, or before we let you go, because I'm not doing this by myself, why should Bryon Fitchpatrick be crowned the real entrepreneur of season 4?
Oh wow. Uh, uh, I should be crowned the real entrepreneur of season 4 because uh, I it's my time. It's my time.
Okay.
There's things that I've been going through in this entrepreneurial journey that has been a struggle, and I'm at that place now where, especially when you start a business and then shortly after you started, the pandemic hit you. And,
Yeah.
I started two major things at the same time. I planted a church. That's why I came back to Memphis, as I planted a church here. And then at the same time, I started Snapix full time. And so starting both of those at the same time, and then the pandemic hit. So it's been a struggle. Since then I had to close the church down because it was just too big of a hit. But Snapix, I've been hanging on to it and hanging on to it. There's times I've been thinking, you know what, it's time to just let this go because bouncing back was a struggle. And so,
Right.
Okay.
I'm still here, still pushing. And I just feel like now is the time to say, expose to the world what a great business, what a great company that Snapix is. And it's like that jewel, that diamond that's been in the rough for so long, and everybody
Right.
just waiting to see it. And so I think now is that time for everybody to see who Snapix Photography is. And
Okay.
so, yeah, that's why I
Okay.
should be
Well,
All right.
come on. Snap its photography.
No, I thought it was like this.
Oh, that's what it is now? Sorry, my bad.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, Byron, I am looking forward, or we are looking forward to see what you bring to the table or to the screens
Yes, absolutely.
for season 4 of The
Of the
Real
Real
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
We will see you. No, we'll see you in December. But for everyone else, make sure you tune in February for the premiere of season 4
of The Real Entrepreneur. Till next time.